Welcome to the very last Trading Psychology podcast episode ever. The first one was on October 28th, 2020, so it's been 6 years. It's been a great journey. I've enjoyed every episode I've ever made. I hope it's helped you. Thank you in advance for listening. This is season 5, episode 12, Evolve or Die Trying. How long will you wait before you demand the best from yourself? The Stoics come down pretty hard on procrastinating. There's no bigger waste of a life than putting things off until tomorrow. In a world chasing shortcuts and scale, I chose depth. One craft, one path, through thick and thin, hell and back, making sacrifice after sacrifice, in the pursuit of trying to do it better than anyone on earth. Devotion and dedication to the task at hand, perhaps initially looking for approval before understanding it wasn't needed nor essential. Fuel the bonfire habit. The definition of madness is repeating the same process and expecting a different outcome. Flip this on its head, and you can argue the definition of greatness is achieved by doing the same thing every single day to produce the same results more often than not. Our self-talk. We're always coaching ourselves, talking to ourselves about 3 main points: what we're doing, what we've done, and what we should do. Our self-talk is our self-coaching. So it's important what we tell ourselves, otherwise our self-talk could be sabotaging us. It's part of self-development by applying the 80-20 principle that I often mention. And it's something that has to be learned, practiced, and cultivated. Self-motivation. It's one thing to be positive and motivate yourself when undertaking a particular task, like taking a trade and thinking it's a good setup, when the reality is the opposite, because you're trying to be positive about every aspect, even if it's not good. This can lead to a false positive and delusional habits. Constantly saying things are good when they are not builds bad habits and routine, which you perhaps don't even realise you're doing. And before you know it, you've become sympathetic to everything you do instead of owning your actions and taking full responsibility and accountability. It's almost like you're romanticising as opposed to what's actual, factual, and statistically proven. Emotional damage. Metacognition is the ability to observe your own thoughts instead of instantly reacting to them. Most people struggle with this, so much so their friends can predict how they'll react towards something because they express the same patterns, behaviours, emotions, impulses, basically the same thought process. There is a fix though, an exercise that sounds simple enough. Pause long enough to notice what your brain is doing, a time out to reset and analyse. The space you create between the trigger and the reaction is where patterns can change. You're able to see clearly enough to interrupt them. A good example of this can be seen from athletes and sports teams when faced with adversity. Losses are information. Losing in any form can feel like physical pain, but if you're not losing, it means you're not trying, so potentially not living a full life. Instead of sitting feeling sorry for yourself, learn how to read and interpret what the info is telling you. Identifying trends, peak times versus slower, lower volume days are just but a few examples, all of which take and will take many, many months, and so, even many, many years of immense study and note-taking and reviewing and backtesting. So you just should not be naive in thinking after a certain amount of time, like a year, that you will be successful. On the same note, though, you can spare your frustrations in making peace with this and with the fact that it will, of course, take a long time to be successful. So don't stress the small stuff, because you're not missing out, you're not falling behind. Just because you feel you should have seen some progress by now, what you think and feel matters far less than you might initially believe. And know this simple truth: you are not the centre of the universe. This notion does nothing for you except massage your ego. So when you finish messing, then it's time to grow. But how long will it take, and how long will you wait before you demand the best from yourself? Summary, final message. Staying humble means having no ego, no emotion, no opinion. Simply collate the data and aim to be as unbiased and unfiltered towards it as much as you can, like a scientist carrying out trials and tests. This approach is to allow yourself to really see things as they truly are versus what you imagine or hope them to be. This is why effective education and training within your niche is non-negotiable. There is a process to be adhered to, and to give it your utmost respect and attention is to respect yourself, because what you're doing essentially is giving yourself the best possible fighting chance of making it. In my field of trading, my pursuit of greatness stopped being about making money many years ago now. It became a quest over 20 years, my life's work, to be really, really good. Not just at trading, but just really good. By using what I had learned and applying it as a template across my entire existence, I then took it one step further by sharing my findings. This also had its benefits, as leading by example helps to reinforce the belief system through regular repetition and best practice. And you can learn an awful lot from other people's mistakes. I leave you with one final message. It's simply this. When you pursue your quest in whatever capacity, it gives your life purpose and meaning. For me, this is the meaning of life. It includes everything, all of it. Challenges, the highs and lows of it all. Our efforts are what can really energize and inspire us to carry on, to look forward to each day and to give thanks and feel blessed to wake up again and again. Your P&L alone is not a quest. For the greats out there, the true quest is mastery and being the best at what you do. Profitability is the byproduct, a way of keeping score. It's the doing part that gives meaning. Understanding what's possible is what makes all of this relevant. So make it your life's ambition to know what makes you tick, what gives you purpose, then spend time happily tweaking and perfecting. Because there's no such thing as perfect. Or is there?